What if I told you that the company I've been covering since my first video is no longer just a satellite company? They're building AI that learns from the physical world the same way that ChatGPT learned from the internet. The AI is already running on their satellites in orbit right now. And today, its entire sector just got a massive catalyst. That company is called Planet Labs. Now let's get into today's video. Welcome back to Guts Capital, where it takes guts to invest in where others overlook. If you're new to the channel, I cover space, AI, and defense companies before the mainstream catches on. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. Let's start with what's happening today, because it's huge for the entire sector. Rocket Lab just announced an $8 billion deal to acquire Iridium Communications. This news not only caused Rocket Lab, but also ASTS and Planet Labs to soar over 15% today, allowing Planet Labs to close over $31. Here's why this matters more than just one deal. This is the first major consolidation move in the satellite economy, and it validates that real money is being used to build vertically integrated space companies. Iridium brings $872 million in revenue and 2.5 million subscribers directly to Rocket Lab. Now that's some serious cash flow attaching itself to the rocket launching company. So although there is no specific news related to Planet Labs today, it's still moving on pure sector momentum. But the momentum matters nonetheless because the stock was down over 40% throughout the month of June. But today's bounce is the first sign that capital is finally rotating back into the sector after SpaceX IPO drained most of the liquidity. Even after the 40+% pullback, Planet is still up over 30% year to date. Now, before I get into the bigger AI transformation story, I want to take a moment and talk about something very serious. This week, Planet Labs imagery was used to capture one of the worst natural disasters in recent history. Venezuela was struck by two 7.2 and 7.5 magnitude earthquakes in less than 1 minute apart. Over 1,400 people have lost their lives, and still tens of thousands of people remain missing. Planet Labs' inventory satellites show the devastation in real time. Collapsed apartment buildings, destroyed roads, and entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. News organizations around the world use these images to communicate the scale of this tragedy to the public. Now, I'm not bringing up this point as a catalyst for Planet Labs or for something to celebrate. It's really just to show you why this technology is important. When disaster strikes, satellite imagery becomes a critical infrastructure for disaster coordination and humanitarian response. This is another example of the real-world use case behind everything we talk about on this channel. Now we can talk about the bigger transformation story. Zach described how Planet Labs is evolving from a traditional satellite imagery company into an AI-driven geospatial intelligence platform. Simply Wall Street asked whether Planet Labs is rewiring their moat around AI-driven defense intelligence. That's two different organizations with the same conclusion. Now, I've been saying this since my first video. The CEO has said it, the CFO has said it, now Wall Street is catching on. Planet Labs just published an article explaining their concept of large Earth models, and honestly, the analogy is perfect. ChatGPT was trained on the text of the internet to learn and understand human language. Planet Labs has been imaging the Earth every day since 2017. So that's nearly a decade of data that no one else has. And now they're training AI on that archive of data to understand the physical world the same way. They're calling it planetary intelligence. It's a system that understands the difference between normal variations and meaningful anomalies on Earth in near real time. Okay, so does this sound like a normal satellite company to you? Not at all. This is an AI intelligence platform built on a decade-long data moat. And guys, you got to keep this in mind. This isn't a future vision. This is happening right now. Planet Labs used an Nvidia Jetson chip on board of their Pelican 4 satellite to run atomic object detection directly in orbit, just minutes after image capture. So that's AI running in space with results coming in minutes rather than days. That timeline collapse changes what satellite intelligence means for every company who relies on it. Okay, now let's talk about how Planet Labs and Nvidia are building a searchable vector map of the entire Earth. They're working with Google on Project Suncatcher, testing Google's TPUs in the harsh environments of space. And they've integrated the partnership with Anthropic's Claude AI to help customers turn raw satellite imagery into insights faster. So that's the 3 biggest names in AI, all building inside Planet Labs' platform. Now here's proof that Planet's commercial business is actually working. Formdar, an agri-tech company in Pakistan, Thailand, and Brazil. This company built AI platforms using Planet satellite data, achieving 95% accuracy on sugarcane yield predictions. Customers saw 260% ROI in year 1 and 430% in year 2. Customers in Pakistan improved yields by 15%. They chose Planet specifically because public satellite data couldn't match Planet's revisit rate and resolution. That gap is the moat. Defense and intelligence revenue grew 65% last quarter. Contracts with Germany, the Department of Defense, NATO, and the US Navy keep stacking. Simply Wall Street's fair value model puts Planet Labs at $40 per share. But there is one risk worth talking about. Planet has a $1.5 billion at-the-money equity program that could dilute shareholders down the road. So I don't want to sound like everything is gravy. I'd rather just let you guys know the risk ahead so we can all move accordingly. So like I mentioned in my last video, I'm still holding strong even after that 40+% pullback. And after a day like today, with seeing some green, it's looking like we could have seen the bottom or reached the bottom. And during this time, I did add to my allocation, and my average is still around $24 to $25. And after this week's research, my conviction is steady growing, especially now that Anthropic has joined the mix along with Nvidia and Google. Things are just continuing to heat up. So with all this, along with the transformation happening right now, people are still calling this a satellite stock. And if they want to ignore it, they can. If they want to miss out, let them miss out. But if you're here watching, I'm going to make sure you guys stay in tune and you know what's happening or what's coming. And with a sector-wide rally like today, it's really just giving me more evidence that we're gearing up for the next leg up. And my $100 price target isn't really just a fantasy or just a price I'm just grabbing from the ether. It's more so something that I'll have to be patient for and just wait and see and let the company do their thing. So if you made it this far and you found this video valuable, do me a favor by hitting the like button and also subscribing to the channel. This will help push these videos out into the algorithm so other people can come across Planet Labs, because I do think it's a great company and they're building something special. You can also drop a comment down below. Just let me know your thoughts about what we've talked about today. And also, do you think we've reached the bottom here, or do you think we can go a little bit lower? And as well as, what's your price target? If you've been holding, where do you see this company going? Like I said, my price target is 100+. So I really do see us going to, 120s, 150s here in the near future. But I really don't have a specific time frame. I just think that's a point this company could reach. And like always, guys, this is Guts Capital, where it takes guts to invest in what others overlook. See you in the next one.